What a nightmare. So I recorded an entire episode only to find out that the sound was not working, so it just sounded like static. We're gonna try this again. This is the first episode of the extended Make Your Damn Bed podcast. I wanted to do a little more rambly episodes because most of them that I do on the daily are scripted that I make, but I don't veer off the script often, and when I do, I get very nervous that it's gonna go too long. But this, I don't have to worry about because I'm just gonna chill with y'all. And hopefully you like it, and if you like this format, let me know, because it's very validating, because I'm putting a lot of effort into this, honestly. It doesn't look like it, but I promise I am. On this first episode, I figured we would talk about what the whole premise of the frickin' show is, which is habits, and how to get better habits, because we all have habits that we do every day, even if we don't choose them. We have things that we kind of just go on autopilot for and don't have to think about, and ideally we can get some habits in our lives that feel good and help us, instead of just make everything worse, which is some of mine. Yeah, so as far as habits go, I am going to harp mostly on the morning routine. I think that our morning routine makes such a big difference in how our day is gonna go. And if we don't have a solid morning routine in our lives, then the rest of the day can go to shit very easily if you're anything like me. So I have been really focusing myself lately and my own energy on like creating a morning routine that feels productive and proactive and also like gives me more momentum for the rest of my day. Because I find if I kind of laze around or like sit on my phone in the morning, my day is shit. And I'm a firm believer that your day is never shit. Every fresh breath is a new time to turn it around. You don't have to wait for Monday to start. You can start now. But in reality and actually implementing that into my life, it's bullshit. I'm just like, nah, today's done. Wait until tomorrow. Need a whole new sleep before I can start over. But I've gotten better at being like, you know what? Let's start now. It's not too late. Just because I slept until 11 doesn't mean I can't still have my morning routine. So recently I've been working about creating grounding rituals that feel good to me and are actually fun for me, because I was trying to mimic everyone else's healthy habits, like going to the gym and reading my self-help books and being productive. And reality just means that that's not how I function, because I'm not having fun with any of that stuff. And if I'm not having fun in my morning routine, what's the point? This is supposed to make my life better, you know? So I've been really focusing on creating habits that are healthy and also feel fun to me. The number one thing I have looked forward to is my morning beverage. And every day it's different. I used to try and only do one type of thing, but lately I've been on a coffee kick. And I recognize that coffee is not always healthy for everybody, or me. But here we are. Sometimes it's tea, sometimes it's lemon water, but I like wake up and look forward to having a moment of silence with just me and my bevy. It could be ice water, I don't care, but I just need a minute. The second thing that I've been really implementing is meditation. I'm trying to get just like time to meditate in the morning to ground myself, and I'm not great at this. This I don't do every single day. This is something that I try to do every day, at least 10 to 15 minutes. But some days my mind is crazy and like just chatting with myself the whole time, but I'm still sat still for 15 minutes and it doesn't feel bad. And then other days it's amazing and I have like a clear head and I feel connected with my body and my spirit. But it's hit or miss on that one. But I like that it's something I can come back to. And to me, that one feels less fun, but more important. And my whole argument pro meditation, I'm going to do a whole episode on meditation at some point to help, because I think that people have a lot of misunderstandings when it comes to what meditation is and how to do it. And then we feel bad and don't want to do it. But in reality, it is something that like can improve your life. If the entire world and almost every religion pushes some form of meditation and it's free, I'm gonna go ahead and buy it, because this world ain't pushing nothing free on nobody. So it's gotta be important in my perspective. If every like guru and important person in the past is like, yeah, you need some time alone to not have to think about something specific. You just need to view your own thoughts for a little while. It's healthy. Another thing is movement in the mornings that I have gotten really into, just moving my body in some way. And this one is hard because a lot of the times it doesn't sound fun. It sounds awful. But I've learned that the more I do it, the less awful it gets. And also it's something that I have started to even look forward to because my body will kind of hurt if I don't move it enough. So I have really focused in on stretching my body on the daily just so I can create a better relationship with it. And it has changed the game. But these are just the ones that I kind of focus in on every morning, and then I can start my day and do my regular routine. Obviously I have my normal things like brushing my teeth and washing my face and walking my dog and feeding the dog and breakfast and all that stuff. But those kind of were already a natural part of my routine, like unavoidable. So these other ones are ones I'm consciously trying to implement because I've realized when I'm left to my own devices, my morning routine is garbage. Straight up garbage. It does not help me build momentum. It does not help me feel better. And it doesn't help me be more proactive for the rest of my day. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. But some things that have really helped me personally in creating a better, healthier routine. Because to me, it's not about creating something you're going to do every single day consistently. We're going to have naturally high energy days, low energy days, and mid energy days. That's natural. Some days we're not going to want to get out of bed, and that's okay. I'm prepared for that. But for the most part, on a normal day, I would like to do some sort of this grounding routine. And the key is knowing that on a high energy day, that might be a 45-minute yoga class online. But on a low energy day, that might be just standing next to my bed and stretching my ass. Okay? It's not going to be all or nothing. It can be just something. And then I'm like, cool, I did my movement for the day. And then I don't have to feel guilty or shamed that I was useless for 10 days in a row. No, I did something today. Wasn't the best, but I did something, which is better than nothing. It's about creating something that you can come back to that is unconscious routine for yourself that feels good and also builds momentum for a future that feels good. Yeah. Some key tips to help you in establishing a healthier routine. Simple ones. 1, move your phone away from your bed at night. Plug it in far away. I'm sorry about this one, it sucks, but you gotta do it because when your alarm goes off, if it's next to your bed and you're anything like me, you'll just turn your alarm off and go straight back to sleep. And that ain't it. But if your phone is away from your bed, it'll annoy you so much you'll have to get out of bed, and then by then you'll be like, all right, I'm up, I gotta pee, and all that stuff will just naturally happen and you can start your day. That's key 1. Key 2 is setting up for success. So if you know you want to run every single morning or you want to walk around your block every morning, set your clothes out beforehand. Bridge the gap between getting there. Because if I have to wake up in the morning and I'm tired and it's cold and I just don't want to get out of bed, digging around for the right workout outfit and my shoes and finding the socks I want to wear with it, it's too much work. I'm not doing all that shit. But if it's already out and I'm just gotta throw it on autopilot, the next natural thing is to just do the walk around the block to get it done. And the third key I'm gonna integrate into this is making it fun. Instead of being like, God, I have to walk around the block or I'm gonna feel like a fuck up. No, I wanna walk around the block because I wanna listen to my podcast, or because I wanna hear this song, or because I really wanna think about my intentions for the day. Setting it up to be a fun moment for yourself, even if you're lying to yourself at first, even if you're like, I don't really like this part of my day yet. Eventually it will become something you look forward to if you're more consistent with yourself and honest with yourself about what actually gets you going. You got to think about what gets you fired up and not what gets everybody else fired up. Because when we compare to everyone else's morning routine, that's when we get into some trouble. You know, we start looking at it and we're like, I don't wake up at 5 a.m. and then start on my productivity journal and then start on my gratitude journal and then write out a manifestation of all of the things. No, not everybody's like that. Honestly, most people aren't. And the people who are living their lives like that, you won't convince me they're not Sims. That shit ain't real. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. You fucking robots. You're amazing. People that wake up and have the exact same routine every day and the same amount of energy every day, that's shocking to me. It does not make any sense. Another really important thing is keep your space tidy. And even if you aren't a clean person, having one space that is tidy, like near your bedside table or something for you that you can kind of keep control over, can make you feel that much more effective and kind of inspired. Because I don't know if you're anything like me, but when I wake up before the crack of dawn and I am out here in these streets running my errands at 9 a.m. and I get home and I've already worked out, I feel better than everybody else, you know? And that's for a reason, because I am better than everybody else when I do that shit. And you can be too. So finding those moments and channeling what makes you feel good and kind of better than everybody else, do more of that shit. Channel more of that. Also, motivation is one of those things that is not always available to all of us. That is something that you're going to have to re-implement every single day to get remotivated. And things that motivated you yesterday may not motivate you today. I know that I lose motivation real quick. It could take 10 minutes and I'm like, nope, I don't want to do that anymore. I thought I did. I'm lazy now. So keeping a list of things that motivate you and actually do inspire more of that forward trajectory is a key. Keep a notes in your phone of like, this blogger inspires me, this vlogger inspires me, this podcast inspires me, this song, this playlist inspires me. By setting yourself up with things like that that actually make you feel good in the long term, that's the money right there, because you can come back to that and like check back in, because motivation is not always readily available, but momentum can be. So just start and see how you feel. Also, creating like a tracker. I have a tracker on my wall that I'll show you, and I write down the habits that I want to do. I want to meditate every day, I want to get some movement in every day, I want to eat a fruit and a vegetable every day, and I want to read every day. And then I color in so I can visually see it. And then sometimes at the end of my day I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything today, but I can read real quick or floss my teeth real quick, and then I get to color off a bubble. And most days, a lot of them go empty. And that's okay too, because this is supposed to better my life, not make me feel bad about it, you know? So remember that your why, creating a why that is healthy for you, first of all. Like, why are you doing this? Is it so you can get hot and get revenge on your ex? That's not going to get you out of bed when it's actually time. You know what is going to get you out of bed? Knowing your body's going to feel better after you do it. Knowing you're going to feel better than everybody else after you do this. You know, those are the things that actually get your ass out of bed. So remembering that and having a why that works for you, and then creating some sort of reward for yourself at the end. Like, I've been trying to smoke less pot because it makes me lazy, and I've been smoking a lot of pot my whole life. So instead of saying I'm going to go cold turkey and never smoke pot again, I just say I get to smoke after I do these things. And one, it's made my relationship with weed so much better, because now I'm like looking forward to it and actually like being conscious about my consumption, and my relationship with it has become more healthy, and I'm not wasting as much because I'm just bored, and I'm allowing myself to be bored. When I'm bored, I have so much more energy. I'm like, I've taken myself out because I'm like, I don't want to smoke, but I got to get out of this house. So I'll just leave the house and go do things. That's not me. Usually I just smoke and scroll my Instagram. So creating like substitutes and like creating some of your like more negative habits as not, I'm never going to do them again, but I'm going to save them. I know I like to binge watch Netflix, so I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that until this is done, and adding it as like a reward system. Or I'm going to set my Netflix binge for when I'm on the treadmill or I'm walking in place in front of the TV, so that I'm getting two things done at once. And it's kind of a little like work together reward system of something you already kind of implement as a habit in your day-to-day anyway, but now you've got a healthier relationship with it and you can look forward to it. And I don't know what footage was from the first one and what's from the second one, and now I'm realizing that this might be a mess. But we're all trying our best here. This was episode 1. I hope you liked it. If you did, please leave a comment below. Give it a thumbs up if you're into that sort of thing. Subscribe for more of these. I want to start doing them once a week. I also want to start doing some other type videos just to give some other inspiration. I want to create something where there's actionable things in it, things you can implement into your life to create a better relationship with yourself and your own life. You know what I mean? I think that it takes time and effort, but I'm here for you. If you have any questions or like want advice on something specific, please leave that down below in the comments. I do go through them. I also read your reviews on the Make Your Damn Bed podcast, so feel free to leave those. Rate us 5 stars, please, because the ones below that hurt my feelings. I think that's all I really wanted to cover. I love you guys very much. I hope you can start implementing healthier routines into your not so healthy routines. And don't guilt yourself too hard. If you have a day where you don't do shit, good. That's normal. You're not a fucking sim, okay? Let yourself be a person and embrace that shit. And embrace what actually makes you feel good. Don't worry about what everybody else wants to do. Don't worry about making it aesthetic and Pinterest. It's for you. How are you going to better your life? Okay? Worry about you. And I promise everything else will fall into place. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as this shit show went for me. I guess you don't see half of that, so it really doesn't matter. Okay? I love you all. Bye. Till next time.